Hello, everyone, and welcome to this eModeration course. My name is Robert Martinez, and I'm one of your tutors on this course. This video is to share with you some top tips to make your experience on the course the best possible. Tip number 1. Please read the instructions carefully and understand what you need to do for the task before posting any answers which are not related to the task or simply do not address the task. This usually confuses everybody if this happens. Also, please follow the instructions. For example, if the task asks you to write 100 words, please write 100 or fewer, but not 10 or 20 or one-liners. Try to be as close to the possible to the instructions. Remember that if it requires you to write 100 and you write 300, that imposes screen time on everybody else. So let's just do what it says. Tip number 2, please do not post several times the same answer. Once is enough. Sometimes there seems to be glitches and people post the same answer 3 or 4 times. And this can be a little bit annoying for everyone else and gives extra work to the tutor because we need to then check which one is which and then delete them. Tip number 3, when replying to your peers' posts, please do not just say, well done, great, I agree, or because this is not enough. Your responses should be considered and add to the discussion. If you have nothing to say, then do not post anything until you have read other people's posts and then you have something of substance to say. Tip number 4, make sure you're posting on the correct forum. If you have technical questions, then use the technical forum for your technical questions, not other forums. Tip number 6, if you do not know how to do something, be proactive. Check YouTube first, and then if you can't find an answer, then you can ask for help in the technical forum, and then depending on which forum the question relates to, then you can ask there and others can also answer your question. It doesn't have to come from the tutor all the time. Tip number 6, send complete responses or post only once the complete answer is ready. Sending or posting the response in a series of emails means we'll have to read several posts when one would be more time efficient for all. Be aware of screen time. I mentioned that before, but it's very important. Be aware of screen time required by repeated, too long, rambling, and separate posts. We are all very busy professionals and teachers, and obviously spending time reading and rereading things can take a toll. Just send or post one, which is to the point. We all will thank you for that. Tip 7, the unit must be completed within the deadline for the unit. That is by and not later than Thursday night. Do a little every day rather than leaving everything until Wednesday night. This gives you time to have an effective learning dialogue with your colleagues and tutor. Remember that the key characteristic of this course is interaction and collaboration. And without that, there's very little learning happening. Tip 8, the review unit. Please make sure you answer the questions and that you do it at the end of the unit. Don't answer the questions before you have completed all the other tasks, because this doesn't make sense and it will not reflect your learning throughout the unit. This is important as it is evidence that you took the time to read and consider the questions. Please remember that just ticking the options off is not enough. And I will probably get back to you asking you to go back and give us evidence of your learning. One-liners are not enough either. Tip 9, do participate actively. If we don't see you online, we can evaluate your performance. Tip 10, do have a go before asking for help. When you need help, tell us what you have already tried so that we don't waste time suggesting things you have already tried. Tip 11, if you need help, reach out early. Do not wait until the end of the week when it is too late, because although we will help you, we will not be engaging as much because everyone will have moved on to the next unit. Tip 12, you need to complete at least 80% of the tasks for the week to have the unit marked as completed. This depends on the number of tasks in the week, usually 5 or 6 tasks. Tip 13, this course requires a lot of collaboration, so make sure you start early and organize yourself accordingly. Contributing to posts at the end of the week only is not very useful for you, and you will have missed the action. People will probably not reply to you because they will be already on to the next task. Tip 14. The progress tracker on the screen only shows percentages of viewed activities, not the completed ones. Check completion by going through the Revisit Collaborative Activities section at the end of the unit. Tip 15, do not repeat the same thing someone else has said. It does not add anything to the discussion, and you waste everybody's time. This is why it is good to post early before all or most of the ideas have been mentioned, and it is then more difficult to come up with a new one. And the last tip, tip number 16. Work completed outside the weekly deadline will not be commented on. It is your responsibility to inform the tutor that the work has been completed if you complete it outside the deadline, so that we can mark it as done, but you will not receive feedback on it, okay? Well, these are 16 top tips for a great experience on this eModeration course. Bye for now.